Hi, I'm Allie and welcome back to Haven's Kitchen. Today I'm making a beautiful crispy chicken schnitzel with an Israeli salad. We're going to lay our golden tahini on the bottom of the platter and then do a beautiful drizzle on top. Amazing salad, amazing weeknight meal, really great for the whole family. If this recipe sounds like something you'd like to make, be sure to subscribe to get all of our latest and greatest cooking videos. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make our salad. We have diced tomatoes, diced red pepper, diced cucumber, and we're going to really mince up parsley and dill together. We're going to combine it all with a little good olive oil, a pinch of salt, and set it aside. Let all those flavors kind of marinate together. Let the olive oil get imbued with all of the yummy veggies and herbs. And while that's happening, we're going to fry our schnitzel. So we're going to get pounded chicken breasts. Oftentimes you can just ask the butcher at the grocery store to pound them for you, or you just basically lay them between two pieces of parchment and pound them. The reason we do that is to break it down a little bit so the chicken's a little moister, and it also gets thinner so it crisps up and cooks more easily. So sometimes people get nervous about cooking chicken because they get kind of burnt on the outside and it's not all the way cooked through on the inside. Having a nice pounded thin chicken saves you all of that worry. Let's make our salad now. So I have the big ingredients prepped out. I'm just basically gonna mince up my parsley. I'm cutting this way so that I don't get too much of the stem, but I'm not gonna be too precious about the stems. It doesn't have to be totally stemless. If you see these little hard stems, take them out. So now we're basically using our bear claw and our chef knife, and we're mincing the parsley, making sure to keep our bear claw and a nice firm grip on the chef's knife. We're also going to mince our dill. Similarly, cut away from the stem. Fold it kind of into a ball and mince away. We have our herbs ready to go. So now we're just going to add in our tomatoes, add in our cukes, our peppers, a little salt, all of our herbs. The more herbs, the better. And we want to use a high quality olive oil for this. We don't want to use just sort of a thin, kind of pale olive oil. Really good, just like you've pressed some olives. We're going to give this a nice toss, and then we're going to add a squeeze of lemon. Sometimes if you're worried about getting pits in the salad, you just kind of squeeze through your hands, let the juice out, hold the pits in your hands. Give it a toss, and just let this sit while we make our schnitzel. So a couple things about dredging. One thing I always like to tell people is to salt the egg. This way, the salt is melting in the egg and you're getting it really evenly distributed over the whole chicken. So we've whisked in salt into our egg, and we're going to add in the sesame seeds into the panko. Just give it a little mix. And then you just want to be organized when you're dredging. That's kind of the whole thing around frying, is organization. So we have our chicken breast, we have our eggs, we have our crumbs and our sesame seeds, and we have a landing spot. Similarly, when we're frying, we're going to have a landing spot, so when we take the chicken out of the pan, we're not running around the kitchen with like a hot, sizzling chicken breast. We don't need to do the flour and then the egg. I've seen that. It's just an extra step that's kind of unnecessary. The egg will help the breadcrumbs stick. You just want to make sure you're totally coated with the crumbs and the sesame seeds. My kids are very into all things fried and breaded, so the more breadcrumbs, the better. And now our second one. And so when you have it all laid out and you have a place for everything to land, just makes your life easier and neater. So you can kind of clean as you go. Keeps things a little more under control in the kitchen. Make sure every last bit of chicken is coated. And they're ready for the hot oil. Just a couple minutes on each side. It's nice and dark and crispy. When you flip away from yourself. And if you feel like the oil's getting a little too hot, you can always lower it. So our chicken is nice and golden on both sides. Look at that, yum. We're just gonna transfer it to a paper towel, just so some of the oil drains, and sprinkle it with a little salt while it's still hot. So there you have it, our super easy, crispy chicken schnitzel with Israeli salad and our golden turmeric tahini. If you want to get with the schnitz.
Yes! Finger gun and everything, yes. Okay.
Pew, pew, get with the schnitz. If you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to like and subscribe to see all of our new videos. For the full recipe and a textable shopping list, click the link below. Thank you so much for watching, and cook happy.